on the Pets Mag podcast, we're joined by two very special guests, Academy Award nominee Laura Checkoway, but most importantly, our special guest is the remarkable Eshete, the subject of her latest documentary, The Cat Man Eshete. The film tells this remarkable story. He escaped from civil war in Ethiopia, and has found new purpose and peace in Brooklyn, where he cares for a colony of feral cats. It's a story of trauma, um, healing, and unexpected community, and an absolutely beautiful, wonderful example of how animals can help us survive even in the darkest chapters of our lives. The film is now streaming worldwide on Al Jazeera English as Witness. Is that all correct, guys? It's lovely to meet you. Um, it's lovely to meet you, Eshete. Um, so, can you just start by telling listeners a little bit about your life, how you came to New York, and how cats became part of your story?
Yeah, yes, I came to New York in 1987 from the Sudan. So by resettlement program, refugee resettlement program, they call it so. So since 87, I've been here in New York.
Okay, and what's your link with cats? How did you come to look after feral cats?
I met them about 20 years ago, by accident. And I'm a cat called Nubia, means the Sudan. So just we have communication connection. So then I met his children. Then I started taking care of them. Then they were also multiplying. So then I stopped, I make them to, not to have a baby by some rescue people. What they call it? Notarian?
Neutering?
Yeah, notarian neutering. So then I stopped the population, but so they're expanding to my so. Then I continue to take care of them. But unfortunately, 17 of them died. Now I have 10 left. They are older, so. I
Okay,
tried my best, to save this cat for over 20 years, I think so. But
okay,
the documentary on Al Jazeera said 11 years. That was when the documentary started with Laura. But it was over 20 years I take care of.
okay. And Ashute, what do cats mean to you personally?
I just love them. I feel in love with them so deeply. Their nature, make me happy, and their bonded family, love of family among themselves. It's a family, so
Hmm.
I love them. Very smart animals, entertaining also, very independent, so I love them.
And
So,
do they have any special symbolism for you?
like what?
Um, because they mean so much to so many people. Is it a symbol of the strength of the human animal bond?
Yes, yes, because but me, I love them.
Hmm. Hmm. And
So
do you have a favorite cat, or are they all special in their own way?
his name was Puerto Rico. I call him Rico. He died a long time ago.
What what was
I
his name? Sorry, I didn't quite catch.
Rico, Rico.
Recall.
Puerto Rico, I call him, but
Port
Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah. But I call him Rico.
Rico. Cute.
So tricky, very engaging cats, very tricky cats. So I loved him. Funny. He's very engaging also. Very unique character. So I love that cat. He makes
Mhm.
me happy, overjoyed.
Does he have any special tricks?
Oh, he's very engaging. The way you look at him, his eyes, so very funny.
Hmm. Hmm.
His expression make you laugh. Very funny. Very, tricky cat, engaging. You go round from the area, you go back, you go around, clockwise, anti-clockwise. He rotates the area, never stop.
Hmm. Fantastic. So funny. And how do people in your neighborhood react to your work with cats?
Pardon?
How do people in your neighborhood react to your work with cats?
Yeah, but They thought I'm a homeless, crackhead, but they don't know my history, my background.
Mhm.
But they understand how much I love them, that they admire. They used to call police, complain about it, because stay with them, camping. They say I'm camping, whatever, homeless guy. But I'm there to protect them. Danger, I'm there, just to protect them because they cross cars, they cross, hit by a car. Some people bother them. Just protect them, make sure they are safe. So just try the best. The police, they complain, people, but I, stick with them. I have to protect. I determine. Summertime, I stay with them, protect 4 months. But when the winter come, I go my place back.
Mhm.
But I feel, bad. I feel guilt when I go back home. But I leave them in the cold, so.
Because they're essentially feral, or,
Pardon?
or they're essentially feral cats, aren't
Yes,
they? They must be
they're
wild,
my cats, yes.
really
I,
wild.
I raised them. So they were born. The baby, I raised them with their mother.
Mhm.
People say that's what they, but me, I raised them with the mother, with the family.
Mhm. Mhm.
But, sacrifice myself, I got to feed them first. I eat them. I just eat their leftover out of love. Make sure they're okay, not fed.
Mhm. Mhm. Amazing. Um, and what message would you like to share with people who might see someone like you and not realize the journey you've been on?
About what? Say it again,
The
please.
what would you like to share to explain to people sort of if they asked about the journey you've been on,
Yes,
what would you say to them?
human great spirit, determination, not to give up,
Yeah.
But, my life is 50s was not easy. It was very tough life, rough life. Since the Ethiopian, civil revolution 1974, life was not easy in Ethiopia. So I just, continued, to with determination to survive, not to give up.
Mhm.
It was not easy though.
Thank you.
Tough for me, very tough life.
Eshete, do you want to share a little bit about how you were from Gondar and you were in college and you
Yes, yes,
escaped? Mhm.
yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I went to university in 1979. It was that time the revolution was also, the revolution, the war, it was, chaos. But I entered the university in 1979. No, no, no. It's not the time to study in the university, but we tried, So I
Was
went.
that in Ethiopia? Sorry.
Pardon?
Was that in Ethiopia?
Without,
Was it in Ethiopia you went to university?
yes, in Ethiopia,
Yeah.
1979.
Mhm.
It was also tough time, the revolution, the war. The revolution was still, going on. The civil war was terrible in Eritrea, everywhere.
What did you study?
I studied in management and public administration.
Well, you're managing cats.
Yeah, combined, they combined it. Like a law, they make combined, the university combined. So.
Okay, fantastic. Um, and just one last question for you, Ashiti. How would you say people's attitudes to animals have changed over the years, if they have? Do you think people are more kinder to animals or less so in your experience?
But I never thought, I don't have an idea what people are doing with animals. There
Mm.
are great people who love animals, but I have no detailed information about it.
No, no.
But my dedication to my cats will be a great example how to save animals. That's what I, because
Mhm.
I almost sacrificed for them. I get sickness, coughing, I develop coughing, chronic coughing sometimes because I stay with them. Extreme conditions, cold, hot. So, that's an example, I think so. This documentary is Laura, good example how we can sacrifice for to save animals.
Mhm.
From the heart, love, pure love.
Eshete, do you also want to share a little bit about how um, they help with your trauma and
Oh yes,
Mhm.
give me joy, you know, yes, they give me joy, happiness. Cats are great animals, entertaining, comedians, they are independent. Also, their love, as a family touch you like elephant. That touch me, to make you happy, you know. Also a very spiritual animal, you know. You can learn from them, you know, a lot of things. Mostly they make you happy, you know. It's, you know, they make you happy. They play, you know, they climb trees, they, you know, when the weather nice, they go around you. They're just amazing animals, make you happy.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
Thank
do you also want to maybe share how you really respect and honor their sovereignty and
Independent.
independence?
Yeah, independent animals, they don't depend on you. Just give them food. After that, they're okay.
you.
You have to protect them, you know, because they live outside, you know. They cross, you know, navigate, so the car kills them. Some of my cats were killed by a car, so that's why I'm there to protect them.
Mhm.
So there was construction going on, you know. When new babies are born, they don't care. So I take the babies, you know, in my wagon. When the construction nighttime, I give to their mother. I did it, you know, I give, you know, I put them in my wagon. But the mother takes them in the car, and the next morning I go, I put them in my wagon because they don't care those construction people. I save them like that. I save them because once they kill they ran over them. They don't care. I think they smashed. You know, they killed them all. Only Albert Einstein survived at that time. He was intelligent cat. Therefore, the only survived. He was clever. I call him Albert Einstein. Very intelligent, super intelligent guy.
Mhm.
The rest smashed. I don't know how he survived.
And since Eshete was a little boy, his father taught him to be like Albert, encouraged him to be like Albert
Yes, yes,
Einstein.
yes. Also, I heard the radio when I was postgrad
And
about.
Laura, just a question for you. What first drew you to this remarkable man,
Pardon?
this story?
Yeah, well, I was walking in my
Yeah.
neighborhood in Brooklyn and I saw Eshete surrounded by cats and pigeons. He also feeds pigeons
Yes,
and
yes.
um I it was really
Well, connection.
he looked at me and we made eye contact and our eyes met and we started talking and we have not stopped since. That was several years ago now. We just felt such a deep connection. Eshete has such a deep soul and yeah, his heart is full of pure love and it is so huge and he helps not only his cats but also so many other people that are in the streets of New York who he's really generous with. And I actually immediately in our first conversation, it just came out of me. I said, "Can I film you and your cats?"
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize, what I was saying. It was very instinctive. And yeah, so here we are, and our friendship and bond has continued way beyond the filmmaking. And Eshete is also an incredibly prolific writer. And
Out of anger, out of anger and out of, traumatized person, I just, when you take your, anger, right?
mhm.
Just, run, right?
So you journal about your experiences on the
Yeah,
streets.
yeah, it's confused, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Out of, suffering.
Yeah.
Just I write without, just random, I write.
And Marie, it's really incredible because it's like we knew each other in that instant as our eyes met, and it also
Yeah.
took many years to understand each other. And so, yeah, Eshete is such a poetic storyteller and such a
My
wise
experience, I tell you.
being.
I text on my experience
Mhm.
in detail, like email, but in text,
He
page one, page two, I think.
he now has a phone and he texts me his
Mhm.
very detailed experience, which I am going to work on compiling into a book, which he will be the author of.
Fantastic.
Yes, because the film is really, it's a full story, but it's also just a taste.
Um, so I mean, what do you hope people feel after watching your film?
I think this documentary is very, very touchy, powerful. It's all kind of communication. Love of animals, love of my country, Ethiopia. Because Ethiopia is always, I've got a very beautiful country, mountainous paradise with perfect weather all the time.
And unlike New York.
Yeah, nobody knows about Ethiopia,
Mhm.
It's a beautiful country. If you want to know about Ethiopia, you got to see Ethiopia to admire.
Mm.
If you appreciate Ethiopia, you have to live outside Ethiopia. That's what I feel always.
Mhm.
Two things you have to admire Ethiopia. If you see her, you have to appreciate Ethiopia if you live outside. That's what I feel.
Okay.
Marie,
Very beautiful country.
something beautiful with the release of this film has been that the love of Ethiopia and the homesickness that is pouring through Eshete for his homeland through the film being released and people all over the world seeing it, including a lot of Ethiopians. That love has been pouring back to us through the comments of
Yes.
people in the audience. And it's just been absolutely incredible. Eshete came from a very big, loving family, and he's really an example of also just the kind of heart and love that like nothing can take away. And yeah, just who he is and how he carries himself is so inspiring and really incredible.
I try my best, truly, because I love them. That's,
Well, it sounds like you're an inspiration to us all, Eshete. I just want to say thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure meeting you and hearing about your story. It really has been wonderful. And just to remind our viewers, Laura, how can people watch the film, the story of this remarkable man?
The film is streaming on YouTube through Al Jazeera's Witness documentary series. It's 25 minutes, and yeah, I hope everyone will tune in and
very powerful documentary.
yeah.
You told, I think people admire it, the comments are very positive. For example, one person said, American guy, this guy is bigger than the United States. That's I love it.
There was a comment from
I
a
think
viewer.
the documentary captured, my love to the cats. Exactly capture it. That's what I feel.
And I also think, Marie, I know you interview people who do different kinds of animal rescue and beyond, and that are often people that work for organizations or have formed a sanctuary themselves. And I think that Eshete is such a great example. And thank you so much for spotlighting him and his story, because he shows how one individual and a tight-knit community of neighbors who also help him, who you'll get to know as you watch the film, but how one person can make such a difference.
Absolutely. It's been incredible. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.